Assalamu alaikum and good evening. Welcome to the 39 Muslim Scouts Pre-Campfire and Campfire events. My name is Scouter Irfan. I will be your MC and host for today's events. Over the next 45 minutes or so during the pre-campfire portion of the tonight's events, the youth will be taking you through various tips and tricks, recipes, and showcasing their performances so that you may learn and perhaps use these in your day-to-day scouting activities. We hope you enjoyed the performances, and we'll see you at the live portion of the campfire. Up first, to start off the program with our recitation of the Holy Quran, are Beaver Scouts Aya and Ibrahim.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. أرأيت الذي يكذب بالدين فذلك الذي يدعو اليتيم ولا يحض على طعام المسكين فويل للمصلين الذين هم عن صلاتهم ساهون الذين هم يراءون ويمنعون الماعون صدق الله العلي العظيم. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والعاديات ضبحا فالموريات قدحا فالمغيرات صبحا فأثرن به نقعا فوسطن به جمعا إن الإنسان لربه لكنود وإنه على ذلك لشهيد وإنه لحب الخير لشديد أفلا يعلم إذا بعثر ما في القبور وحصل ما في الصدور إن ربهم بهم يومئذ لخبير صدق الله العلي العظيم.
Thank you for that lovely recitation, Beaver Scouts. Next up, we have Beaver Scout Hamza with some hilarious jokes. We hope you laugh along.
Everybody, my name is Hamza. I'm going to tell you some jokes. How do you know that the ocean is friendly?
How?
It waves. What kind of tree fits in your hand?
What kind?
A palm tree. What did the left eye say to the right eye?
I don't know.
Between us, something smells. What do you call shoes made of banana peels?
I don't know.
Slippers. What do you call a dinosaur that is sleeping?
I don't know.
A dino snore. Okay, so hope you guys enjoy my jokes. Kadafis.
Those were some hilarious jokes. Alright, up next is Cub Scout Adam, who's going to show you some tips and tricks that he used to improve his air badge creation, and perhaps you can perform this experiment at home as well.
This is the parachute that I made in the other video, and it's made out of a cup, 4 strings, and the scarf. And then before I did a Lego at the bottom, but that was too heavy. And I even tried another scarf, but it was too big. And the strings were too long, so we cut them. And now it works the best. Even there was a teddy bear before, but it works better without.
So you played around with the weight at the bottom, right? So you had a passenger?
Yes.
What was the passenger?
A bear. And before it goed in the cup, but that made it even too heavy. So.
Okay. And where were you releasing the parachute from?
My stairs.
The top of the stairs?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And what were your findings? This one worked the best after all your tries? Why do you think that is?
Because if there's too much weight, then it goes too fast and it doesn't have enough time to open.
Yeah. We were thinking that if we had even more of a drop, we could probably get better results.
If it was taller, then it would, and heavier would be better then.
Okay. Thanks. Go. Go.
Thank you so much, Cub Scout Adam. I can see that you're going to be an engineer someday. Up next, this tutorial will surely make you very, very hungry. We have Cub Scout Asya and Beaver Scout Soraya who are going to be showing you how to make some yummy brownies.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. Today we are making brownies. So we've put in 1 teaspoon instant coffee, 3/4 cup flour, 1/4 teaspoon salt, 3/4 cup cocoa powder, 1.5 cup semi-sweet chocolate chip. So while it's still hot, add 3/4 cup browned butter and add 50 grains of semi-sweet chocolate and mix. Now we're gonna put 3/4 cup white sugar and 3/4 cup brown sugar. Oops. Now we're gonna add 2 teaspoons vanilla and 3 eggs, 1 at a time. Now we're gonna mix 2 tablespoons oil. Now take the dry ingredients that we prepped from earlier, put it inside the wet ingredients and fold it with the spatula. We want to fold it in together so that it mixes nicely but not too mixed. A baking pan lined with parchment paper, pour the mixture inside the pan. Bake at 350 for 18 to 20 minutes. One thing that you can do while you wait for your brownies to bake is help your parents clean up the garbage from the wind. Look! What is this? Okay, once it's out of the oven, you will get your plate, put it on top of the brownie, and you will flip it. When it's done, test it.
Those brownies looked absolutely delicious. I hope you'll be sending me some. So while you're munching those down, Troop Scout Malika is going to take you through a bit of a craft activity on how you can make a pop-up card.
Assalamualaikum guys, I will be showing you how to make this pop-up card. Materials you will need is glue, scissors, paper for the inside and paper for the outside. First step that you will have to do is to fold the paper for the inside in half. Make sure to align the corners as well as you can and fold it nice and smooth, as like this. Now, you take your scissors, you have to cut it like this and one on the other side. Depends how big you want it, how deep you want it, and everything. And it should look like this. Make sure you have them both the same size cut. Now you open it. You've got to make the middle part that you cut out pop up. So you have to push it and you have to fold it. And then, it's like this, you've got to fold the whole entire card and smooth out this part. So then it looks like this. Now you will need the paper for the outside because you don't want the hole to be when you make the card. So then you take the paper for the outside, it can be any color you want, doesn't have to be green, and you fold it just like how you folded the other one, align the corners, and done. Now you have to open up that one, take the other one, and while it's in the corner part, you put the corner part facing the inside of the card, like this. So then you take your glue, open it up, start gluing all the corners so that it sticks properly. Make sure you glue properly or else it would not stick. Now you have to fold this and smooth it out so that it sticks nicely. And you flip it over. Now you do the same thing on the other side. You glue it. And then you fold it. And you smooth it out. See? Now I have a pop-up card. And in this pop-up card you can do anything. You can make this into a present. You can write words on it. You can write happy 6th birthday or happy whatever number you want. Or you can do how I did it with this one. I wrote happy birthday and then I drew a present and then I just did a bunch of confetti.
The next clip is Cub Scout Saheem showing us a couple of summer activities that he's been doing to stay. Whoa, those were some really cool moves. Alright, here comes Troop Scout Zainab showing us how to make a milkshake for a nice hot summer day so that you can cool off. Maybe you can make one before the campfire.
Assalamu alaikum. So today we are going to be making strawberry cheesecake milkshake. So for this you are going to be using a blender, and instead of putting everything into a bowl, you're going to be putting everything into a blender. So I have my blender here, and so the first thing you want to put in is 1 cup of fresh strawberries. I used about 6 or 7 strawberries, but it's 1 cup if you're using small strawberries. Then I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of cream cheese. And then you're going to put 1/2 cup of milk. So you might want to get your parents to let you do this. You might want to let them know that you're doing this so they can help you do it. Then you're going to put 1/2 cup of vanilla ice cream. And then you're going to put a teaspoon of vanilla extract. If you want to use less, you can. You can use 1/4 teaspoon, 1/2 teaspoon, but no more than 1 teaspoon. And so now, you're just going to close the lid. It's very sharp, so be careful. And you're going to want to attach it to the blender. So everyone has different blenders. So again, you'd want to ask your parents to help you for this part. And so I'm just going to put it on here.
I hope you've got your campfire ready, blankets set out, s'mores and milkshake ready to go. I'm going to run off and set this fire up now, but one thing you got to remember to have if you're going to be setting up a fire is to make sure you're being safe. And so here's Troop Scout Syra showing us how to make a medical kit from home so that you ensure you're being safe in the event of any accidents.
Hello, my name is Sarah. I'm a scout, and I'm going to be teaching you how to pack a medical kit for when you're hiking or camping. So one of the first things you need is a plastic bag or a sturdy container to keep all of your medical supplies or emergency supplies in. You can also use like a plastic bag. I just have the Ziploc bag and it fits everything I need. So I'm going to go through the most important things you need first, which even if you don't have all the medical stuff, you should at least have these. So the first is this piece of paper and a pencil. So the function of the piece of paper with this writing on it, I don't know if you can see the writing, but basically it has my home phone number, my mom's phone number, my dad's phone number, it has the police, it has the fire department, it has the hospital's phone number, and it has poison control phone numbers. So it's basically, if you get injured and you need somebody to contact your parents or your relatives, they can look at this sheet of paper and they can know who to contact and how. There's also a second use for this paper. You can use it to write down information that you might need to relay to health officers when they come. So like how long ago the person was injured, how they were injured, and stuff like that. You want to keep this pencil and paper in your emergency kit so that you can write to them. You also need an emergency blanket. Emergency blankets are actually very versatile. It can help keep you warm. It can be used as a signaling device. I wouldn't use it just randomly to keep you warm. Like keep you warm if you're lost in the forest. It can also be used as a shelter. It can be used as a ground tarp. It can be used for many things. It's orange. Some of them come in orange. Some of them come in very bright colors to help signal that help signal where you are, because when you're lost, you want to have the bright colors that will stand out against the forest or the snow, or depending on the seasons, any color. You also need a whistle. I'm sure you've been taught the signals for whistling. If you are lost, you need to blow in it thrice or 3 times so that you can let people know, I'm here, I'm lost, I need help, I'm injured, I'm in trouble. It'll help get emergency workers to where you are, and it can help in many ways like that. You will need gauze. Gauze is basically like a Band-Aid, but it's different. It is, I would open it, but I can't. I want to keep sterile, and I don't want to waste them. Basically, when you use gauze, let's say I've injured my knee, I would clean the injury with these, which are antibacterial wipes. What they do is they kill the bacteria so you can't get an infection in your wound. So I'd use these to clean them, and then I'd open this package, I'd place it on my knee. I would want it to cover the injury. Then I'd use this, which is medical tape. I'd cut a few pieces, and I'd use that to tape the gauze to my leg so that I now have something covering my injury to help stop the bleeding and to help stop the bleeding from getting onto my clothing and everything. You also just want to have normal everyday bandages in quite a few sizes, for different size cuts, because you can fall when you're camping, you can fall when you're hiking, you might brush against something that'll cause you to bleed. So these are just good things to use. You also want to have afterpipe, because when you're going camping in the summer and in the spring, there's going to be a lot of bugs, and the bugs might bite you, and they can be very itchy and irritating, so afterbite will help you deal with those bugs. You also want to have a pair of tweezers in your emergency kit. These tweezers, or if you're dealing with splinters, so let's say you're working with wood, you're chopping wood, you're gathering wood, you're in the forest and you've fallen over a log that's split, and you get something into your skin, a piece of wood gets into your skin. You'd use these tweezers to get it out, because if you leave it in, it can cause infections, it can make you sick, so you want to use these tweezers to get it out. This is conforming stretching bandage. It's basically a bandage that you can use to wrap around injuries. You want to keep some of this. You can also get ointment. Ointment can be used for many things. It can be used to So there's different types of ointments. Some ointments can be used to help encourage healing of burns. Some ointments can be used to kill bacteria. So before you buy ointments and put ointments into your medical kit, you should either research it yourself or have a parent research with different types of ointment. You should probably research it yourself, but if you're unable to, ask your parents. And the last thing is these gloves. I've kept them in the bag since I don't want them to be covered in bacteria, because these gloves are for when you're dealing with people who are injured. So you put on the gloves so that the bacteria on your hands doesn't touch the wound and infect the wound with any bacteria you might have on your hands. I don't want to get bacteria on these gloves so that I can't infect anybody. So basically those are the basics of what you need. You can also always add more things. You can add different types of things that could help you. You want to get things from different sizes. You might want to get multiples of things so that in case you have to give someone something or you've lost something somehow, you will always have an extra just in case. And that's it. I hope you have a good rest of your campfire.
Thank you so much, Syra. Remember that a part of scouting is also making sure you're scouting safely. And so ensure you make that medical kit so you can have it with you if you ever go on a hike or a walk with your parents, or if you're out camping perhaps. You could use that at any time. This next tutorial is more of a treats recipe on how to make some Rice Krispie bars. Here comes Troop Scout Amina to show you how to go about making a lovely treat.
Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to be showing you an easy, quick recipe to make Rice Krispie treats. First off, we're going to need a 1/4 cup of butter, 2/3 cup of mini marshmallows, and 3 cups of Rice Krispie squares, or Rice Krispie cereal, sorry. And optional are sprinkles and chocolate chips. So first off, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of butter to my pan, to a pot, which is on medium heat. And I'm just going to let this melt let it sit in the pot until it's melted, and I'm going to keep stirring so it doesn't burn. Now that my butter's all melted, I'm going to grab my marshmallows and add that in. And I'm going to keep stirring these until the marshmallows form a thick, gooey layer on top. Now that my marshmallows are all melted, I'm going to turn off the stove and take it away. And I'm going to add in the Rice Krispie cereal a little bit at a time. So as you're adding it in, you want to keep mixing it so that every piece of cereal gets coated with the glue mixture. Now my Rice Krispies are in. I'm going to take it aside and start adding it to the pan. to the tray, sorry. And I'm just getting the last bit of Rice Krispie in. And I'm going to spread this out nice and even. And you want to press down on it a little bit, just enough so that it stays together, but you don't want a really flat Rice Krispie. Now that's all ready, I'm going to start with my toppings. So this is completely optional, and you can leave it like this if you like, but I want to add some sprinkles and some chocolate chips. And you want to push down on the chocolate chips a little bit, just to make sure they stick. Now it's all done. We're going to let this sit for 1 hour so that it hardens, and then we'll be back and we can try it. So it's been about an hour, and my Rice Krispie treats look like they're all ready, so I'm just going to cut it. And it's nice and hard and ready to eat. And this would go great with a glass of cold milk. Can't wait to enjoy these with my family.
This next Cub Scout is not to be messed with. She's got some serious Bruce Lee moves. Here comes Cub Scout Noor showing her Taekwondo performance.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Noor Wasti, and I'm Red Belt in Taekwondo. I'm going to be doing hand techniques, kicking technique, and jumping technique. Today I have a special guest beside me, my dad, to help me do hand techniques, kicking technique, and jumping technique. Let's start it off with hand technique.
Yeah.
So then you step to the side, push his arm, 1, 2, and in the hips. Second one,
Yeah.
back fist, push his arm, back fist, and bang. So it's meant to be squishing his head and with your elbow. Okay, next one. Okay, so next one, it's meant to make people fall down. See, you push with the left hand, you grab with the right, you get on your knee. Okay, you go on your knee and you punch. Help him up. Okay, next one, kicking technique. So first you're gonna go out to in, and sorry, that was jumping technique, not kicking technique. 1, and without jumping. We slide back. Let's go again. Now we need to do the technique second. So it's gonna go like 1 with the right leg. Put your right leg like this and back. Next one. Okay, next one is like that. And you're going to do hook kick. So it's like you're scooping some ice cream. Your leg has to be straight. And that one. And jumping technique. Side back. Next one. Next one. Something except jumping this time. Side back. Now I'm going to teach you one last kicking. So it's not hand technique, kicking technique, or jumping technique. It's just a really special kick. So first, you can go either like twirl your leg and kick like that, or you can just kick and then twirl and hit.
It seems like the scouts in 392 are all a bunch of jokers, because here comes Myra with some more jokes to crack you up.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Myra Zahra Merchant, and today I will be telling you 6 jokes. The first one is, how are 2 banana peels like shoes? They're a pair of slippers. Second one is, what did the beach say when the tide came in? Long time no see. The third one is, what did the Atlantic Ocean say to the Pacific Ocean? Nothing, it just waved. The fourth one is, what do planets read? Comic books. The fifth one is, why did the cat put an M into the freezer? It turns into mice. And my last one is a funniest joke. What is the most religious insect? Mosquito.
Man, those were absolutely hilarious. Now I'll leave you with Troop Scout Kumail, who's going to show you how to make some amazing banana chocolate chip muffins. I've tried these and I tell you what, they are absolutely amazing.
Assalamu alaikum everybody. Today I'll be showing you how to make chocolate chip banana muffins. So you have to have 2 bowls, one for your wet ingredients and the other one for your dry ingredients. For your wet ingredients, you have to have 2 mashed bananas, 1 egg, half a cup of oil, and half a cup of yogurt. So you just pretty much just mix it for about until it just looks like this, and then you move on to your dry ingredients. For your dry ingredients, you have to have 3/4 cup sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and 1 1/3 cup of flour. So you just mix this as well, so for all the sugar and salt, and then you pour it you just pour both bowls together. After you pour both bowls, you have to mix it more and until it becomes hard to mix, and then you have to pour your chocolate chips. So when you make sure you have everything on the sides, all the flour, and then you pour your chocolate chips. You have to mix this until all the chocolate chips go everywhere, and then you just pour it into the tin, into the baking pan. So after this is all mixed up, you just take a spoon and fill up the cupcake liner to about 2/3. As you're doing this, you should preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And you should also you have to bake it for about 22 to 25 minutes. So when the chocolate chip banana muffins are done, you just take it out and grab a toothpick. When you stick it in and it comes out clean, then you know it's done. Hope you guys all enjoyed this and learned something from it.
So earlier on, Troop Scout Syra showed you how to make a medical kit for a hike or if you ever go camping. Well, here is Troop Scout Muhammad Zakaria showing you how to properly pack a hiking bag. This will really come in handy because it will help you with your posture and any back pain if you're walking for a long time.
Assalamu alaikum, my name is Mohammed Zakaria, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to pack your bag for a hiking trip. You're going to want to make sure your bag is packed properly because otherwise you'll be off balance during the hike. Before you begin packing, you're going to want to lay out all of your things in an array like this. This is so that, number one, you don't need to keep running around your house to see what you need, and number two is so that you know exactly what you're bringing on the hike, and if you're missing anything, you can see it right away. So when you're packing your bag, you're going to want to think about it in layers. The bottom layer, the core layer, and the top layer of your bag. In the bottom layer, you're going to want to put things that you won't need until you set up camp, so after the hike. People put their softer or squishier things there, including their bedding, so like things like a sleeping pad or nighttime clothes. In the core of your bag, you're going to want to put your heavier items. These include things such as your cooking kit and a bear canister. This is not a bear canister, I'm just using this as a prop. One very helpful tip is to stuff clothes in between your heavier objects. This is so that it remains denser and you don't have all these things rattling around your bag. And finally, at the very top of your bag, you want to put things that you're going to be accessing very frequently during the hike, including bug spray, toiletries, and a first aid kit in case of emergencies. Before I conclude, I'd like to talk about the accessory pockets. You'll often find these at the front of the bag or at the side pockets. Here you're going to want to put things that you'll be accessing frequently during the hike that you don't want to have to take off your bag to get. Things like sunglasses and lip balm. Depending on where you're hiking, you might want to put a flashlight in these pockets. And that's all there is to it. Thank you for listening to this video, and happy trails to you.
Thank you so much for those tips, Mohammed Zakaria. It's important to practice safe scouting. Up next, and one of our last acts, is Cub Scout Ruqayya and Cub Scout Noor, who are going to show you how to prepare a cup and a cake, as well as some s'mores for the campfire. I'm going to run off and get this campfire started, and we'll see you at 7:30.
Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to be showing you how to make cake in a mug. First you're going to take 1/4 of a cup of flour. Put it in your microwave safe bowl. Then you're going to want to take one half of spoon of baking powder. Then you're going to take 3 spoons of milk. 3 spoons of milk. Then you're going to mix it well. With a fork or a spoon, it's your decision. But it would be better with a fork because it just gets the job done faster. Now you're going to want to put 3 spoons of Nutella. Everyone's favorite. And if you can't get it off, use just...
To Noor. Ruqayya, that's your first one?
Yeah.
Yalla, chop chop. That's good enough. ممكن just number 3.
Then you're going to want to put... And then what? And if there are still leftovers on your spoon, you know what to do. Lick it. Or take a big punch out of the Nutella box and eat it. Then you're going to mix it after you finish with your Nutella. Spoon. And don't try to be super fast, because then your cake in a mug will be very bad. My Nutella stuck in one place. And then, once you're done, you can mix. If you want, you can ask an adult to help you with this. And you can flatten it Then you're going to put it in the microwave for 1 minute. We'll be back with the final step. So now, once it's ready, you have a toothpick inside, and if it's clean, that means it's ready. But if it's not clean, put it in the microwave for about 15 more seconds. See, mine's clean. Mine is too. So now you start eating. Hot. Ha 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 ha. Yum. But it's delicious. It's like cake, but it tastes kind of like a brownie. Yummy. You guys should try it. Thank you. And that's what we have planned for today. Assalamu alaikum. Today we're going to be showing you how to make s'mores. First you need crackers. And then you're going to want you're going to want 2 to 4 marshmallows, but before you put them on the crackers, squish them so there's room for the chocolate chips. Then you're going to take some chocolate chips, as many as you like, and put them on top of the marshmallows. And then once you're done, you have to put the other cracker on top of it and kind of like, then you're going to put the cracker, the s'more in the middle and wrap it up. And then once you're done, you're gonna want to put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, or oven. Or if you have a campfire, put it in the fire. Not in the fire. Yeah, on top of the fire. 4 minutes in the oven. Tin foil's not that good in the microwave, but 4 minutes in the oven. We open it up, and if it's not that melted, you can put it for 1 minute. And then then check, and if it's done good, then you just start eating it.
Thank you to all those scouts for those amazing performances. They all have so much talent, and we're so proud of you all. So, at 7:30, don't forget to join us on Facebook Live to watch our live portion of the campfire. We will have some performances live taking place on Zoom, which should be very chaotic. As part of our live campfire program, we will also be distributing and selling some crests for your campfire blankets. So if you're interested, please be sure to email us at 392scouts@gmail.com. Each one of the crests will be a minimum of $5 or however much you wish to donate, so that we can go and continue having scouting activities in the upcoming year. Thank you so much, and see you all soon.